Oh, I need to switch this so that we're in gallery view. Otherwise, it is just me. Okay, we're live.
Hello.
We're rocking and rolling. Oh my God, 3 people are watching.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God. Hello, welcome to the first live watch along reaction for Nothing Scares Us. Let me open my Doritos now so that I don't disturb the viewing process.
Molly, share with the class.
So today we're watching the 2016 film Don't Breathe because the questionable sequel comes out Thursday, I believe.
As usual, for this season, Molly has seen it and I have not.
Yeah, when I went through the movies you had picked out for this season, I was like, seen it. Look at me, cultured. Oh, David's here.
Hi, David.
Hi, David.
I'll answer your question in the Discord later after we're done with this.
Oh, right. They asked about the anthology. But yeah, so Michelle, because we have a few minutes till it's technically time to start. Do you know anything about this movie? Do you remember?
I've heard that it's a home invasion and that it's really fucked up. That's all I've heard.
It definitely is. It's one of those things where it was like advertised as having like a twist. And the twist is it's something. It's really something.
Can't wait.
It's crazy. It's a time. I have this with me too. Just
Comfort Beetlejuice.
Comfort Beetlejuice, from the horror huggable line that I got this from.
Not sponsored.
I mean, it should sponsor me though, honestly.
Everything should sponsor you. That's the moral of the story.
Princer's right there.
Oh.
Unbothered. So, are you ready? Should we get going?
Let's give people time to get here.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is everybody 1, 2, 3 play so that we don't get copyrighted.
Yeah, get a copy of the movie. It's not on streaming services, so you got to like rent it or go to some sketchy site. Whatever you got to do.
Here, I'll share the sketchy site in the chat. But if you have like ad block or virus block, you'll be fine. Hold on, where did I?
Not that we support piracy, but like.
I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny.
Our support of piracy.
Yeah, it's. But for everyone who doesn't want to spend like $2 on literally every streaming platform, here's a totally legal way to watch it. David said the movie is about there's breathing, shouldn't do it. Mars here. Hi,
hello.
Mars. Yeah, so there's the totally not illegal way to watch the movie, or you can spend $2.99 on Amazon.
Because we're good people.
It's $2.99 on like everything. It's like it's
for standard definition too.
Yeah, if you want that high def, you gotta shell out that extra $1. It's ridiculous that it's not. Well, it's like when we tried to find Friday the 13th. It like literally only the remake. Last night,
on something. I don't remember what I found it on.
David said there's a link in the chat that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Yep, totally.
I don't know who put that there. Yeah, like last night, Mara and I were watching Interview with the Vampire, and I had to like find it on a sketchy site because it wasn't on American Netflix, which is homophobic. So,
truly, it really is.
This is a real heterosexual movie, so.
Oh boy, can't wait.
You mean a horror movie didn't have gay people in it?
I am shocked and appalled.
I've never heard of that happening. This is news. This is news to me.
Not even the villain is gay?
Not that I know of. You're like, wow, we couldn't even have a gay villain, huh?
We couldn't even villainize the queer people and the mentally ill and everything?
Rough. I got a gay book from the library today.
Oh, show it off.
Okay, it's called Dead Girls by Nekesa Afia, and it's a sapphic Harlem mystery.
Ooh.
20s, and the main character's Black, I believe. Yeah.
I'm reading the third Carry On book, and it feels very gay and very homophobic at the same time.
That sounds right. Right for that series. Yeah. I mean, every time I watch Supernatural with Bridget, I'm like, this is both the gayest thing I've seen and like a hate crime at the same time.
It also feels very much like Rainbow Rowell like is trauma dumping on you the entire time you're reading it.
Well, I mean, like whenever an author keeps writing past when they intended to write, it either like really works, like they clearly had set up enough that they could just go off of their own world, because that's like how TV shows will work a lot, or it's like Diana Gabaldon, where they had one idea and then after that they were like, okay, the other Outlander books, what if they just miscommunicate in a different country now? And so Rainbow Rowell was like one book, and then it did really well. And she's like,
what if we backtrack on all that character work and just like work through our trauma?
She's like, I gotta build off of this. Whereas Ruby Dixon was like, alien sex, here's 30 books I got for you. It's like, all right.
That's the way to go, honestly.
Honestly, do what you gotta do.
All right.
I told you I was like trying to, this one place I was like querying my novel, they said you had to be able to pitch it as at least a duology, and you were like, just in each book introduce one new person and then be like, and next book follow that bitch, what's she doing?
There you go.
David said that sounds like my description of the musical company. It is on David's podcast, Thank You Five, which is a solid podcast about musical theater.
Shout out.
They covered Company, which is a musical I really hate, and my ex-boyfriend who didn't like Beetlejuice loved Company.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, the one with the bed sheets. And David's co-host Matt was like, so how do you feel about this musical, David? And David was like, I don't really care for it. And Matt was like, why? And he's like, it's like aggressively heterosexual. And it's like, and it's musical theater. There's no reason for that. Mm-hmm. Wendy, lay the hell down.
We're very professional streamers, you guys. She wants to watch the movie.
You want to sit over here? Movie time? Come here. We're going to start. Okay. Should we begin?
I think we should. If you come in late, you come in late.
It's not hard to follow. They're going to break into a house. The guy is blind. That's about it.
Spoilers.
There will be way too much build up to that too. Just a warning to everyone. It's one of those horror movies where they're going to like try to force you to care. So if everyone's ready, it's either a legal or a totally legal way to watch the movie. I'll do us a countdown. 1, 2, 3, play, and then we'll go. Are you ready, Michelle?
I am ready.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, play. Oh boy.
Ooh, Sony made this. Interesting.
Good for them.
Good for them. They gotta make money on something.
Since they can't make money on Spider-Man anymore.
Mm.
That's why there's a fucking sequel.
Yeah.
They're like, 5 years later, there's more story to tell.
Yeah, like this movie was like on our list because a lot of people apparently find it disturbing. So I knew of it, but I literally never heard anybody talk about it until the sequel was coming out.
It is disturbing, but it's like, it's not memorable, in my opinion. Like, it's fine. Mm-hmm. It's an interesting concept. You know, those blind people that got those superhuman daredevil senses. Everybody knows when you go blind, all your other senses.
So we're not villainizing the queer or the mentally ill. It's the disabled people this time. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this is clearly a poor neighborhood because look at that cracked up street.
It's such a slow zoom.
It's so slow. You can't even necessarily tell it's a zoom.
Yeah.
I totally forgot this. David said, "Don't breathe, cinematic universe."
Oh no.
Giving the MCU a run for its money.
Every time there's a sequel for something, just tack on cinematic universe.
My favorite is the Conjureverse that they like one word. Mm-hmm. I love that we start off with just seeing a woman who's been assaulted. Mm-hmm. It really sets the tone. I'm already uncomfortable.
All right.
You're like, ew, a man? White man. No. Say it ain't so. God, the zooms are slow as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
They could cut the runtime down by like 5 minutes. They took out the zooms. This movie makes burglary look hella easy. These are complete stereotypes looking at us right now.
Is that guy in something else? He looks familiar.
Probably. Which one? The one on the left?
Let's cut.
Yeah, that's 13 Reasons Why.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
This movie is my 13th reason. You know, it's a fun movie about burglars, The Bling Ring.
I haven't seen that.
I enjoyed it. People said it was boring, but like, it's more character heavy. It like wasn't trying to.
Mm.
Wow.
A few minutes in, and we're already talking about another movie.
Yeah. I immediately was like, oh, you know what's a good movie that like shows a disabled person as like really cool is Hush.
I love that movie.
That's a great
It's on the
movie.
list. We're gonna watch it eventually.
Hold on, Prancer. My God, we just started. You're already fucking up the stream. I knew this was gonna happen.
And it's live, folks.
David, we are at the 4-minute mark. Basically, they said that this started from the last time they rented it.
Mm.
They should have just started with them breaking in. I don't need this fucking build up. Like, I hate horror movies that do this. They're like care. It's like now I don't want to care.
Respectfully, no.
It's like I just don't care. Like they always like say their names like in a way you never would, just so that we know their names.
Mm.
You're going away, Rook? Wow. The emotion.
Palpable.
The sexual tension. I wonder if he's into her.
Yeah.
And if he's fucking the other guy. Who's to say?
Ew, America.
Homophobic. There's no gay people in this because they would be smarter than this.
Yeah.
When I saw this with my brother when it came out, my brother went, I low-key believe they couldn't get away with it. Like, how dumb do you have to be? Oh, right. His dad, like, works for the security, the alarm company. That's how they're able to get in.
What is this? What's that movie with Kristen Stewart when she was a kid?
Zathura?
Catch That Kid or something like that?
Oh, yeah, where they robbed the bank.
Yeah, and her mom like works for the alarm company.
Take a drink every time we reference a better movie.
Yeah.
Hush, Bling Ring, Catch That Kid. The Bling Ring's fun because they're just robbing houses because they're bored.
I believe that.
They're just like, let's see if we can do it.
My neck is gonna hurt by the end of this.
One of Emma Watson's best performances, honestly.
Bling Ring.
Yeah, I honestly think she's really good in it. You know, that Apple will not let their products be used in a movie if the characters are like bad guys. So that's why they like, because these people are robbers, so they can't have.
Bitch, use Samsung.
I'm the hero because I'm using an iPhone.
Nobody would have guessed.
Did you know that in the movie Knives Out, if you know that about phones, you will know who the killer is the whole time if you pay attention to the phones?
No, I haven't seen that movie, so now I know.
Watch it. Look for who doesn't have an iPhone.
All right. Come through with that confidence, girl.
For real though, like if you take all that cash, like, and then what, you show up at a bank, like if I showed up with that, it's like I had $23 in my checking and then I show up with a few grand, they'd be like,
I have questions.
you gotta deposit it like slowly over time.
13 Reasons Why looks about 8 years younger than the other two.
He probably is.
Hmm.
I mean, that one guy definitely looks like the kind of guy who would like fuck a high schooler.
That's true.
I mean, how old are they all supposed to be? Who fucking knows? It's like they could be 14 or 32. Like,
I just got here. I've never seen this before. What's your excuse?
they never say.
We'll never know.
Time to use a search engine that is not Google.
Mm-hmm. Google also doesn't approve of this movie.
Time to do those good old-fashioned horror movie research scenes.
I know you love a research scene.
It's just so stupid. That's why I like it. David said, haven't you ever seen Blank Check, ma'am? Not this is what's going on, but still. See, she lives in a fucked up home.
Yeah, that makes up for it.
Sorry.
Nobody likes this movie, is what I'm gathering.
Sorry, everyone. My dogs are assholes. They have no respect for anything I do. Why does everyone type in all caps?
Because they want it to be very easy to read on the screen.
Just have it come up. Like, it's like, is this her sister or her kid? Like, is she, you know?
I cannot tell.
That's what I mean. Like, what is everyone doing in this?
They're trying so hard to make you care, yet these characters are still remaining so ambiguous.
I know. That's why it's annoying. They should just start with like them on like here. It should just start here, and
that seems like a better move.
And they could just explain to us what they're doing in the car.
Mm-hmm.
One sec. I gotta deliver the dogs down.
More slow zooms.
The dogs have exited, so I really should have. I had too much faith in their ability to shut the fuck up.
You're like, I don't like this movie.
They're like, this sucks. No, I think they saw like a person out the window. They were like a human being. Mara said Prancer just gave me a heart attack. Yeah, me too. Oh, she has a ladybug tattoo. And earlier she had a ladybug on her hand.
That's a really ugly tattoo.
I know.
Girl, you get your money back.
We're going to get a sad explanation for why she has that. Oh my God.
More trauma dumping.
Can you imagine typing this screenplay and thinking, this is good? When my dad died and my mom started drinking. Like, okay.
No, I'd say go watch a movie written by a woman, but there are Where are they?
We ran out.
Go
just rewatch the first Twilight.
There you go.
A work of art.
Also a good research scene. Take a drink, everybody.
Best research scene. It's the last time I will mark my body with the devil's ink.
Who needs tattoos when you're rich?
Yeah. Tattoos are for peasants. David said, if this neighborhood is so sketch, how does the GoPro just stay there?
Yeah, seriously. Okay, Cujo. And they're still like, yeah, this is a good idea.
They're like, we should still do it, I think.
Yeah, let's go to the rabid dog house.
What could go wrong?
Absolutely nothing.
I don't see any downfall. The thing is, even if he, like, this blind guy didn't have, like, super senses, like, you could still tell if someone was in your house walking around. Especially if it was 3 people. Like,
yeah. Those houses are small, too.
And, like, they gotta be old and creaky. Like, if it was just one of them, like, while he was sleeping, maybe.
Mm-hmm. But even then, the dog.
Yeah, you'd have to, like bring, like, a tranquilizer or something if you're, like, this committed to robbing somebody.
Yeah. They can afford a tattoo and a GoPro. They can afford a tranquilizer.
Maybe if y'all weren't buying this shit, you'd have enough money. These goddamn millennials. Stop buying their, flash sheet tattoos. My Friday the 13th tattoo looks better than that.
Mm.
Oh, I forgot they, like, do something to take care of the dog. I don't remember the logistics. I only saw this once when it came out.
See, the cinematography looks kind of good, but it's so slow and so dark that I'm like...
If anyone watched the Battle of Winterfell episode of Game of Thrones where you could barely see what was going on, that's what this movie is. She didn't even finish the cigarette. There was, like, a half a cigarette left, and she was like, well, let me just take one dramatic puff. I guess they put, like, a sedative in that.
Mm-hmm. This reminds me of one of those, like, choose your own story adventure type games that I used to play.
Bandersnatch.
Not like that. You had to choose, like, whether or not to trank the dog or something.
I feel like I've seen this girl in something else, but, like, I haven't. She just looks really generic.
She has a very familiar face. They all do, honestly.
They just look generic.
They do. That's probably why they were cast.
I'll never understand why there's so many bad horror movies, because it's just like there's thousands of people in LA that want to be actors. Like, anyone who was good. It doesn't make sense. I will never understand why there's so many bad actors in things.
They could just hire us.
I know. Like, well, because, like, my sister, like, her undergrad is in theater, and she moved to LA for a while to try and, like, do that, and then, like, she just didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, she's a good actress, like, and she would go on so many auditions and get callbacks and never book roles, and then, like, you see shit like this, and it's like, I don't understand.
Imagine Katie in a horror movie, though. That would be iconic.
That'd be amazing. I would like to be in a horror movie, but I'd want to play, like, the insane person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you ever seen Crimson Peak?
Mm-mm.
Jessica Chastain plays, like, a fucking psycho in it, and that's who I'd want to do that.
Is that your dream role?
Just play, like, a crazy bitch. Just play Pennywise.
Yeah. We've already established that.
I would nail it. There's a lot of roles in that. That could be a theater but better reading.
Yeah, it really could. There's too many roles, I would say.
We don't even have enough people.
Who would I play if we did chapter 1?
Let me think. I feel like Eddie would be really funny.
Mm.
Or is Richie, is that his name? The Stranger Things character?
Mm-hmm.
Or no, you be Eddie, Hersey be Richie.
Yeah.
For all the folks watching this later who know exactly what we're talking.
Accessible. This stream is for everyone.
Okay, David said, I want Katie to be the horror movie. She scared the hell out of me when she came out of the shadows screaming anything from the trolley cheers. Yeah, she does it in our mom. She streams in from our mom's study, and the only light she has on is the desk light. So that always is like why she looks like she's just in the abyss.
I'll link the Theater But Better playlist in the description after this is over, in case you're watching it back.
Because we are doing a horror movie soon.
We are. Very exciting.
In movies, nobody ever has screens in their windows.
I know. That's really weird.
Just bugs be coming in. Like,
they just never open those windows.
This is pathetic. These people suck at this. I thought you guys were supposed to be good.
They were better in Catch That Kid.
Man, they were children.
Mm-hmm. They're like 13.
This is pathetic. I should be embarrassed.
Mm-hmm. Kristen Stewart would be ashamed of them.
She'd be ashamed of them for a lot of reasons. The whole movie will be this dimly lit, just so everyone knows.
Okay.
I love how we're like 20 minutes in and arguably nothing has happened.
We're 20 minutes in?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's happened? Nothing.
We've talked about 6 other movies. That's what's happened.
We've just given everyone a recommendation of other things to go watch.
Mm-hmm. Watch Theater But Better. Watch a bunch of these other movies.
That's my bitch in there. It's so romantic.
Yeah, take your shoes off.
And they creak in the door. Like, they're being loud as fuck, even for someone who could see. Like,
mm-hmm.
At least they wear gloves. In so many movies, people, like, break in and commit crimes and shit, and they don't wear gloves. They just touch everything.
Yeah, their hair's not even covered either. That's like...
Yeah, your hair could get like... In Supernatural, they break into places constantly and be touching everything.
I could understand Buzzcut not covering his hair, but she's just...
It's not even like in a ponytail.
I know.
If we were to rob a place, we would know what to do.
No, we'd get away with it.
I remember like Pretty Little Liars. I was really into that show, and they never wore gloves. And then they'd be like, "Your fingerprints were found at the crime scene," and they'll be like, "Oh my god!" It's like, wear gloves, you dumb bugs. Mm-hmm. Or like wipe the surfaces down or something.
Yeah, this shit's been going on for years, and you can't carry like a can of Lysol or something.
It's not like they just invented DNA. I'm gonna turn the brightness up on my computer. I can't see shit.
I should have done that beforehand.
I also love that they've just assumed that this guy is keeping all this money in his house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, he is, obviously, it's the movie, but...
The summary for this movie is going to be really easy because we can just breeze right past all of this.
I know. Like, the movie, like, hasn't started, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's just go up these creaky ass steps.
Mm-hmm. Another long, slow tracking shot.
David said, "There's a guy who calls these a lot of sci-fi movies white people touching things, and that's
Accurate.
of course he sleeps to videos of his dead daughter
Mm.
because we need to understand that he's traumatized." People in movies conveniently just have like a fucking documentary of their dead family members' lives.
Do you have any like old school videos of your family?
We have some, but it was like when we were kids. I think like our first like Christmases as kids and stuff, my mom filmed us opening some presents, but then like Katie and I were just obnoxious, like making little movies and skits and shit that we would film. So if we were to like somehow get the ancient camera, like somehow transfer the videos off of that, it would just be like Katie and I putting on weird little plays and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if we die young, that's what everyone's gonna look. And they just play a montage of my TikToks at my funeral.
Iconic.
That's the thing, like years and years from now when they're gonna make like documentaries about people, it'll be like so easy to get footage. They'll just go back through people's social media,
Mm-hmm.
check their snap streaks. I love that he has a buzz cut on each side, but then has box braids down the center.
It's a choice.
And he's racially ambiguous enough that it's like, is that problematic? He really came right into this guy's room. Well, great. Now there's nothing to drown out the sound of this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. I turn it back on. There's
Like,
a ghost.
there's a ghost. That's what they should have done. They should have staged this like it was a haunting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's like sleeping gas, I guess.
Oh no.
Man, for people without money, they sure got access to a lot of things. Jesus.
According to the subtitles, Box Braid's name is actually Money.
I love that they showed the audience the lock so many times of where these people looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many close-ups of her like looking distraught. They couldn't like pick a lock. This is their plan. Imagine being robbers where none of you know how to pick a lock.
I know how to pick a lock.
I mean, I could look it up on Google.
It's not that hard. When I was young, I was a latchkey kid and I got locked out a couple of times, like if I lost my key or whatever. And I just learned how to pick the lock.
Wow, that's amazing. I think he already had the legal right to shoot you guys. You broke into his private property to rob him.
I don't think that would work.
When your silencer is a water bottle.
They could afford everything else. They couldn't afford a silencer.
That's where they ran out of budget. I'd be out too. Are you kidding me? I love that she did her makeup for this.
Yeah, she did.
Oh my god. Now I wonder what's gonna happen. Oh my god. Maybe because they didn't even wait for like the sleeping gas to kick in. Like, pretty sure it's not instantaneous. Like, you could have chloroformed him or something if that's what we're going for.
Yeah, seriously, I feel like that would have been easier.
I like that you and I are just giving a how-to on how to succeed at this.
Yeah.
So chloroform.
Mm-hmm.
David said she also was wearing wedge shoes. That is so true. Yeah, this is an ex-Marine. I think he knows how to take you. Wow. This is going great. Bitch, shut up. He's like, oh, fuck. Now I gotta go give a shit about these people. Wow. I feel like it's time to leave. Like, you gave it your best. Your best just was not good at all.
I'd be like, peace out, but I'm going.
And I'd be like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave.
How is there a sequel to this? Did somebody else try and break it?
It's really fucked up what the sequel plot is.
Oh, God.
Once we get to the twist, you'll be able to guess what the sequel is, and you're gonna be disgusted.
Okay.
The sequel really relies on violence against women, from what I understand. No, just leave. He's fucked. Time to go. Also, like, she wants to grab the crowbar, but, like, I totally forgot that happened.
Honestly, good on her for staying silent.
I know. I definitely forgot that happened. Don't worry, she's gonna fuck it up though, because the movie has a long way to go. She's gonna like hit something and make noise.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm just gonna sit right down here. People always breathe so loud in horror movies. I don't remember what she does to give herself away. Something stupid, I'm sure. Watch her like get up too soon. That's probably what it is. Wait out. Like, just give it a minute. Don't go back in. Like, you're making so much noise. How did he? Yeah, I was about to be like, even I would notice if I was walking around like eyes closed.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I think it is? I think he realizes how many shoes there are.
See, you shouldn't have taken off your shoes.
I'm like, put them outside. Like, take them off before you come in.
Yeah.
Because that's DNA too. And then also, like, they can, like, look at the make of, like, what kind of shoe they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, yeah, cops don't usually care about robberies, but they will if it's one that's, like, this much money. Yeah, this is it, I think. He hits the shoes when he comes back or something. Or I'm making that up. Fabricated memory.
If you made that up, you're smart. It's a good idea.
I rewrote the film to make it better. Time to just do that in the middle of the night. David said that the guy's like, I smell Axe, like Axe body spray. That stuff's potent. That'll give you away.
Yeah, seriously. Maybe her phone's not on silent.
People never have their phones on silent in movies.
No.
I haven't turned my sound on in years. This bitch is on vibrate, always. What I also don't understand, go outside and make an even louder noise. You know what I mean? Like, throw a rock in the window and run or some shit.
Yeah, his name was Money. That's weird.
Watch the, yeah, it's probably gonna not be on silent because she a dumb bitch.
Also, even if he's blind, he could still have light perception.
Yeah, like their phone's always on full brightness too. Literally in a quiet place too, like somebody's phone goes off. I'm like, you how? It's like, let me check my safe. Make sure they didn't take the money that I don't do anything with. Also, like, not to blame the victim, but why are you keeping all that cash in your house? Like, that's just fucking dumb. Like, even if you got a safe, people can crack safes.
Old people logic.
I don't really know what these kids' plan was to crack the safe.
I'm probably just gonna shoot it.
Like, what did they think? They're gonna find it, like, under a floorboard or some shit? Like,
It's in his mattress, actually.
it's actually buried in the backyard.
You gotta untrank the dog so he can he can dig it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Show you where it's at.
David said, I'm in the closet, but no, that isn't a metaphor.
But not in like the fun way.
I'd be like, we can talk about your sexual awakening later. I don't feel bad about money dying. Imagine you're dating someone and you have to introduce him and you're like, here's my boyfriend Money. Stop talking.
Oh, he doesn't have to stay in the friend zone anymore because Money's dead.
Yeah, like stop talking. Jesus Christ. She should have done this by herself. Men fuck everything up.
That's true.
Let me use this really loud save. But see, he already checked, so now he's gonna think it's still there.
I like how she's like, I'm still in this for the money.
I mean, you're gonna deal with all that. I take it too. The thing is, I feel like don't take all of it. Take maybe like half.
All or nothing.
She's like, you know what? Money's dead. I'm taking it all.
Use that money to plan a really dope funeral for Money.
Pour one out. But now it's like, why did he lock that room? What's in there? David said they should call the cops. Be like, I've witnessed a home invasion. I'd really be like, what is up with that room? He's like, let me just dispose of this body real quick.
They're not like confused at how he has a procedure for this.
I mean, I think that's what they're starting to wonder. They're like, why are you doing this so smooth?
He seems awfully good at this.
It's like, I'm just gonna scooch past you right here.
Mm.
Oh, bitch, no. You fucking men. Fucking men. Oh my god.
Like, throw something.
Yeah, throw it across the room. It's like maybe you made the floor creak dragging the dead body around. This is such a wonderful portrayal of blind people. Because as we all know, okay, well, that's Money's phone. So that's not him.
That's not him. He was gonna die one way or another.
Who's even calling him? 13 Reasons Why only knows how to make that one face. Like, that's his acting.
Mm.
She's carrying this film.
Mm.
She's going to need to see a chiropractor after this. Time to go.
Up a brief moment of light, and now it's gone.
Just take this rickety ass ladder down here. Why would he even be turning on lights, though? Like, I feel like if you were blind and live alone, your electric bill would go down.
Yeah. That is assuming he doesn't have light perception.
Okay, but it's like, we'd like to speak to you about your car's extended warranty.
I think it's like really rare for blind people to have no light perception. Like, I feel like you have to like not have eyes.
That makes
to have
sense.
no light perception.
What is this mofo doing? This is the shoe thing, I think. Just amazing senses. Yep, I remembered it right, the shoes. Wow, the shoes smelled so bad that his deeper senses could tell. See, and now he knows there's a girl. Okay, here's the thing though. He's like, oh, there's 2 people left in the house. But like, the other guy's wearing his shoes. And he shot Money, so just like assume that there's only one person, but he's like, it's like Helen Keller out here. He's like,
I'm pretty sure he knows where things are at in his house.
but he's like touching the shoes. Like, they should have brought fake money to put in place.
Mm.
That would have been smart.
That's too smart for them.
We're planning this out for if we ever need to do it.
We need to just like rewrite all these movies. Make like a mega horror movie.
It's just 10 hours long.
It's 10 hours of us fixing terrible scenes in other movies.
I think the twist is coming soon.
Mm.
I'm very excited to see your reaction.
Mm.
There it is.
All right.
There's like another one coming too. That's just the first twist. Did you see that coming?
No, but it makes sense.
Yeah, now we know why the door's locked.
Mm. No kidding, dude.
Like, help her. Like, you're not gonna help her?
You know where all of his money is going now.
Just cut the fucking cord. Like, literally, you could just cut the cord. So, like, how on earth could we do this? I fucking hate men. What is with this super sense of smell? Like, what a dumb fucking plot point. Like, we gotta explain how he knows.
It seems like a bad idea.
I'd be like, well, bitch, can you shut up?
They're like, we're robbers, so we believe in redemption.
I mean, like, it also says she was found innocent. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
because, like, if
Why does she have that though?
he probably has it.
Yeah, but she just had it conveniently ready to give to them.
I don't know. He probably, like, put it with her so she'd remember some shit.
Mm.
His kid probably, like, ran out into the road or some shit, dumb. Like,
Mm. There wasn't a convenient pet cemetery nearby.
he's gonna be, like, on, like, that side.
Right?
How's no one else hearing that? Like, in the neighborhood.
They just don't care. They're
They're like, oh, crazy blind guy.
like, we're minding our business, man.
Oh,
Seeing her
wow.
nose out like that is making me triggered because I keep thinking that she's wearing a mask with her nose out.
Oh, wow. A woman in a horror movie got tortured and brutalized for no fucking reason.
Shocking.
That's crazy. This gun has a lot of bullets in it. Like, how does he not need another round yet?
Do you think it'd be better or worse if they got a blind actor to play this role?
Worse.
Yeah.
Because then, like, first of all, it's like if you, like, he's like super sense blind. And it's like, I mean, obviously, I don't know, maybe blind people are like this, but then you get a blind person and they have to play this, like, disgusting rapist. He was like, oh no. It never occurred to me they were trying to help the girl I've been raping. And this is why the sequel is fucked up. Because if anyone's noticed, he is in the trailers for the sequel. That's like literally your fault.
Yeah.
I'd be like, can you shut the fuck up with your audacity? It's like, I gotta go have an episode. They're like, okay, so I just remember there's like this scene from the trailer where like he's just like, now you're gonna see what I see, and he like turns off the lights. And it's like, he's like, I'm an expert on locks, but I don't know how to pick them. How will they ever unlock it now? Why didn't they bring bolt cutters? Like that feels like a thing. Like in Supernatural, they got bolt cutters. So I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, you think they didn't even know where the money was at. She's not gonna bring some bolt cutters.
I just want to say, I'm since I stay up late all night, I'm really good at walking around in the dark. Like, and not just in my house. Like I'd be doing better than them, I think.
Not me. I can't see shit. I'm really clumsy.
I'm pretty okay at it. It's like The Conjuring. Want to play hide and clap on the second floor? David said they had so much time to sneak out behind him and slam the door. Also, like, why are you running loudly now? You could have just like quietly creeped out.
Yeah.
Also, like at this point, call 911 and be like, we came because we
I think he shot one of their phones. I don't know if they still have phones.
No, he shot Money's phone.
And the girl's phone too, I think.
Oh, well, like, okay. Because I was gonna be like, call 911 and be like, we broke in to save this girl and now he's killing people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they probably should have left when they had a chance and been like, we're gonna call 911. Because like clearly he wasn't gonna kill the girl in the harness because it's doing a lot of work to preserve that.
Mm-hmm.
This is so stupid. This is such a stupid fucking movie. Do you think it'd be better or worse if it was a blind actor?
Hmm?
Do you think it'd be better or worse if it was a blind actor?
Worse.
Is it like I can't think of a blind actor. I mean,
Yeah.
there are actors who have like horrendously bad vision and just don't act with their glasses on.
Uh-huh.
Like the actress from Brooklyn Nine-Nine who was in The Heights is like legally blind.
Mm.
She doesn't wear contacts. She just takes her glasses off. Like my vision's not that horrendous, but I do just when I was in plays in college, I just acted with my glasses off if like they didn't want my character to have glasses.
I just was like, my character's having glasses because I literally can't see shit.
I mean, I got annoyed after a while. That's why when we do theater but better, everyone I play has glasses.
Like how we're like literally at the climax of the movie and we're like, glasses.
You're like, you know what?
Was that the only twist or is there more?
There's one more.
Okay.
And it's disgusting.
Okay. I was about to be like, that's pretty tame for what everybody said.
No. It's like much closer to the end what's gonna happen.
Okay.
How'd the dog even get inside? Ain't nobody ever able to work fucking keys in a movie. Dogs love me, so I don't think I'd have an issue. It's so cute though. Just one problem after another. Break a window at this
I
point.
know, seriously.
Like, vandalism is going to be the least of your problems. Help me move this boudoir in front of the door.
Reminds me of in Friday the 13th when she's like barricading the door with the lightest furniture.
Oh, right. He blocked up the windows. I feel like hiding is a good call at this point.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do is go back to where he already looked.
Mm-hmm. But seriously, though, like you said, just be like, we saw him drag this girl inside.
I mean, like, take a few dollar bills, like, stuff them down your bra.
I had this when I got here.
Like, they're not going to strip search you.
Like, I was on my way back from the bank.
I just got paid. This is my hard-earned money as an American. This movie doesn't need to be this long.
Mm-hmm. Rip.
Like, I can't with how stupid this is. My God, this is so dumb. This house is also just like conveniently a death trap. Like,
Aren't all old houses, though?
I guess so. Wow, I wonder if the girl will be the only one to survive. I mean, they kind of totally gave it away with the beginning of the movie.
Wow, somebody should name a trope after that.
Let me know if anyone in the comments comes up with an idea. When the final one is a girl, what should we call that? Just hide in the vents for a minute. This is gonna go great. Is that like her phone? Wow. How do you not hear that? Kick it in the face. Or do that. That's also a great call. I can't believe this movie is still happening. There's half an hour left. This keeps going for half an hour.
I mean, to its credit, it doesn't feel like we've been here that long, but also nothing has happened.
It feels to me like we've been here a minute because nothing happens. Oh my god. Mm,
Hmm.
rough.
Pour one out.
Or no.
Is
R.I.P.
this dead yet? Damn.
R.I.P. man. He's gonna die soon. Don't worry. Is everyone loving this movie or what?
Chime in
Yeah,
the
am I
chat.
having a good time? I'm having the time of my life. I can't wait to research the brilliant minds that made this happen. That's where he hid the body, really? It's just like Jeepers Creepers. He's just got like a cavern of bodies of people who tried to rob him.
Mm.
I wonder how men feel like as actors playing rapists.
Mm. Hopefully bad. Hopefully.
I went on a few dates with this guy who's a stage actor who said he had to play a rapist in a stage play and it like made him feel like physically ill every night knowing like he had to go on stage and like obviously it's like choreographed but like wow we're deciding to fight back. Imagine if we thought of
That
that
was an option? Damn.
there's like so many things you could have hit this guy with like get a fucking pot from the kitchen like god. David's like they could grab a tool like do something.
At least this old guy actually has an excuse for being like competent and good at fighting.
Yeah. Like I said, make another noise. Have you seen A Quiet Place?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like how they're like, oh, we have to make a bigger noise. Like as soon as the guy woke up, I would have been like, get outside and make a huge noise so that it makes him go out there. Like throw shit or whatever. But no. Just punch him back. I hate idiots.
He just fell through a window, man.
David said Shelley Duvall had more agency in The Shining than this guy. That is so true.
Women.
Mar said, I've never watched this, and right now I'm in class, but it sounds like such a good time.
Oh, here we go.
Wow, I wonder what's going to happen. Wow. Ew. Now pour one out. Oh, she's still thriving like that? My back's already so fucked up. That might knock things back into place, honestly. I'd be fine. I'd be like, sir, I too am disabled. So
we can bond.
from one person the government doesn't care about to another.
Mm-hmm.
How did this blind guy kidnap a girl?
Very carefully.
Like a grown woman. I wonder what's gonna happen now. There's still 20 minutes. Oh no, the thing that's bolted in isn't coming off. We're the worst robbers ever who bring like no actual tools to break in.
This is actually just an advertisement for bolt cutters.
Has this ever happened to you? Okay, now how do you get out?
No, not my backpack.
Here comes the really fucked up twist.
Oh boy.
Everybody, brace yourselves. Like, you're gonna know too what I'm talking about when it gets to it. Because as soon as I read we were doing this, I was like, oh wow. Feminist facts with Molly are gonna be crazy for this episode. Where's Shelley Duvall when you need her?
He's waving a knife around somewhere.
She had a bat in that one scene too.
Same difference.
What's the name of her character in that? Wendy?
Mm-hmm.
Wendy, darling, light of my life. I hate that movie. Have we covered that movie? Did you cover it in season 1? Did you cover The Shining in season 1?
It's on the list.
Yeah, it took me like 3 tries to watch it.
It's not my favorite.
Oh, here we go. It's also just like when you know everything that went into making The Shining, like how fucked it was.
Mm-hmm. I think the book is much better.
Don't worry, her being chained up isn't what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're right, I am not a rapist.
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
People get away with crime all the time, motherfucker. I hate this.
Of course.
It gets so gross this way. Dude, you kidnapped someone. Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. I hate this. I remember when I saw this in theaters, like so many people in the theater were like, "Oh my god!" Like just audibly. I remember my brother went, "That's so much worse than what I thought it was." Wait, he's still alive? Oh right, he stabbed the wrong thing. I forgot. Forgot about that. Wow, now we're getting a weapon this late in the game. I mean, he's clearly still gonna die. We saw the first scene in the movie. Well, hit the fucking dog. What's the point of the weapon? Okay. David's like, and we'd all be alive if you hadn't been shooting. We can play this game all night.
It wasn't for you meddling kids.
If your daughter looked before she crossed the street, we wouldn't be in this situation.
If you hadn't gone to war, we wouldn't be in this situation.
I'd be like, have you heard of adoption? Also, like, once you get that kid, how are you gonna explain that? How are you gonna get that kid a social security card? What's the game plan here?
He's a white man. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
True. And this is why we should give jobs to veterans. Because when we don't,
they've got too much time on their hands.
Try to convince him like you're not fertile.
I like how the credits would literally just calls him blind man.
Oh my god, here we go. Except this is rape. It's literally legally rape. I feel sick. I hate this part.
This is a great thing to watch on the internet live in front of strangers.
When you asked for a picture, I really wanted to send you a picture of a turkey baster. I was like, it'll make sense once you've seen the film. Oh my god. No, just you could have stopped. There's nothing a man cannot do. I'm gonna throw up. I swear to God. It's like the cinematography can't decide if it wants to be good or not.
Mm-hmm.
I would really beat the shit out of him just to like really make sure.
Yeah, seriously.
Like let's double tap here.
Double tap.
Let's just really confirm. Yeah, I feel like, robbing someone doesn't justify raping them via turkey baster and kidnapping and torturing innocent women. I don't know. I just feel like I forgot about that. No, kill him.
Yeah.
Kill him. He can get out of cuffs. He's a fucking veteran. You can just break his thumb or some shit.
Also, he'll just do this to somebody else.
So kill him.
I'd say he deserves it at this point.
Let's just murder him. Like, are we above that? David said there's a lot of medical assumption he's making this whole, yeah, like lots of women can't have kids. Well, like, and when you think about it, what's horrifying is like most women don't, like, it's really rare that you conceive on the first go. So
Whoever is calling my mother needs to chill.
this movie is vile. Wow, he escaped.
Shocking. Should have killed him.
They should have castrated him. And then spilled over his bucket of semen. Be like, what you gonna do now? Maybe start screaming for help.
Yeah.
Where does this take place? Detroit?
I don't know. They just said Michigan.
Probably. A lot of horror movies that take place in Detroit. That's not true. I can only think of one other one.
It Follows.
That's a solid film right there.
Yeah.
David said his blind super sense can smell that she's fertile.
Ew.
I mean, probably. He was like, I sense a woman. I'd be like, sir, you know that if you adopt a kid, you could probably just like get him now, not 9 months via. I love how he's like, I'm not a rapist. Well, I feel like if you need to say it, because people who aren't usually don't do things like that.
Just as a general rule of thumb.
Just usually. It's like, I'm not a rapist. I just forced a turkey baster full of my semen into someone who was not consenting. So, like, I understand that is in fact legally rape. However, hear me out. Of course, they got this old crank car. Like,
The money.
this movie, like, just won't end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just keeps going so unnecessarily. Oh no, we don't have keys. Oh no. Now what do we do?
And then this just carries on into Cujo.
David was like, maybe keep running and don't stop to taunt the guy. That's an idea too.
Mm-hmm.
What's the scariest movie you've ever saw? Sinister?
I think so. That's one of the only movies I could think of that actually was like, oh, I do not feel great after that.
I'd say the Poughkeepsie tapes
Mm.
and The Call, where Abigail Breslin's like in the trunk.
I haven't seen that.
It's a lot.
Mm.
It's also just scary because like Sinister's probably not gonna happen. The Call could happen. I like that she chose till the end of the film to be smart.
Yeah, she was saving it.
I just hate horror movies that rely on everyone being an idiot. Because that's such lazy writing.
I do not like aggressive dogs, though. I have to say, I would be very scared.
I mean, I feel like you could have fought this dog off sooner.
Mm.
How is this still happening?
Uh, how did we get here?
I don't even remember how she gets away. Spoiler alert, she does.
Oh,
Sorry to ruin. Oh my god, it's the beginning of the movie.
it's almost like we didn't need to show that at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, we're back in the house.
Wow.
Oh, I remember what she does now. Honestly, if Money hadn't even said shit, they could have just creeped out.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Blame him.
This actually all happened because her dad died and her mom started drinking. That's actually. Oh my god, it's a ladybug.
Because when you have problems, just fly away like a ladybug.
The metaphor. Well, are you gonna shoot her?
I don't think his sentence would be that heightened.
My super sensitive ears. Oh, good lord. I have dog-like hearing.
So much so that a normally loud alarm hits me like one of those sound cannons.
David said, we just need to do everything to torture a lady, is like what the writers said. That's so true. Like, you didn't have to keep this going after she escaped the basement. Like, that's so unnecessary. Just beat him, bitch. Why are we hesitating? But don't worry, he survives because there's a sequel. And if everybody noticed in the trailer for the sequel, he has a daughter who's a child. And at one point, somebody says, do you want to tell her or should I? That leads me to believe that he did succeed in inseminating a woman with a turkey baster, which is why it's vile that they made a sequel to this. Mm-hmm. They arguably shouldn't have even made this. They were like, how can we fuck up with a woman? How do we do that?
I get what they were going for, but it wasn't necessary. Definitely not.
I really don't think the rape needed to be there.
No.
Honestly, like,
it's a cool idea for a home invasion. Why did you have to, like, why couldn't you have just done that?
We don't even need the backstory of like why he has that money. Like, oh, his daughter was killed and blah blah blah. Like, there's like, oh, this guy's rich. Like, they didn't even need to be in a grungy house. Like, he could have been wealthy, and so they were just breaking in. When do the cops get there that quick?
When it's a white man.
Don't worry, it's not over.
Oh.
Is this her sister? Is it her daughter? Who knows? I would assume it's her daughter, since she's just like leaving with her.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously her mom isn't fit to be a parent if it is her sister, so.
Did we not find the body of the other girl and like the stuff, like the torture room? We didn't find that. The jar of semen. We didn't find that.
He swallowed that.
But there's a whole jar.
That's true.
Because like clearly he didn't get up and hide shit. Like they were like, we gotta set up that.
The police were like, we got your back.
They were like, well, they're like, we gotta set up that sequel.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. No. God. I can't believe I spent $3 on that.
We both spent $3 on this.
And once upon a time, we spent $15 on that.
Wow.
To see it in theaters.
This movie owes you $18.
It really does. Reparations.
Oh.
Okay. That was that. We're now gonna go record the podcast, which will come out on Friday.
Yeah. If this wasn't enough for you, just wait for the podcast.
Even more of our thoughts on that work of art we all just witnessed. Okay. Thanks so much, everyone, for sitting through that.
And I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Follow us on all our socials at Nothing Scares Us. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss a live reaction.
We'll be watching something much more exciting next week, I'm sure.
I think we are. I think we're watching like a classic thing has a remake coming out soon.
Oh, a theme.